So welcome to today's seminar series titled Horticultural Crops and Antioxidant and their Therapeutic Properties. And my name is Imam Sadiq, and I'll be anchoring this seminar with my colleague, Mr. Lukman Achimade. So start with the calling of the IMCs that are present.
Sorry. What's happened? Publicity, HOP, what happened? Where are guys, colleagues? Where are our members? Okay, colleagues? Okay, many people are on leave? Okay. Director of admin, please give those people on leave credit. And the people that are approved, anybody that approved credit, give them credit. Anybody that approved this. I was thinking we have a time people we are following for leave. Or maybe it's a change in date. But I think we had a meeting with the director of admin this morning. Every Saturday is sacrosanct, or every Thursday rather is sacrosanct, because it is the basis of research we're here, and it is the only forum we disseminate it internally. So any other function that is falling on Thursday will be scrutinized from the admin desk. The opportunity is starting from the registry before it gets to the director of admin. So I think that will be taken care of. And also, I don't know, okay, November. So please, let's start. Sorry for bringing you. I have to come down from Abuja because of this seminar topic. So when I see people here, that's why I'm dashing out queries. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we want to start with the introduction of the IMCs. The first on the list is Professor Mohamed Lawal Atanda, our director and the chief executive. You are welcome, sir. The next is Dr. H.A. Akintoye, director of research. You are welcome, sir. Dr. O. Oyedele, you are welcome, director of research. Dr. O.D. Ojo, director of research. You are welcome, sir. Dr. Esu Babalola, director of research. Dr. H.N. Ibikwe, you are welcome, sir, director of research. Dr. P. Akinyido, Director of Research. Dr. Owe Oke, Director of Research and HOD Citrus and Product Development. Dr. M.V. David, Director of Administration. You are welcome. Director of Administration. Dr. I.B. Adeoye, Director of Research and Head of Farm System Management. Dr. M.A. Badmus, Director of Research. Dr. B.O. Ibitoye, Director of Research. Dr. O. Olufuni, Director of Research. And Dr. M.C. Oladunje, Chief Research Officer. And we want to also introduce the family of the presenter, Miss Boluwatife Ademoyego, daughter of the presenter.
Thank you very much.
He's not sitting where other director of research are sitting. So why don't you move here? Are you rapporteur to Dr. So that's how you go identify. So
thank you very much, sir. And I think my colleague is actually looking for a way to bring Dr. M.V. David to research.
Yes, sir.
So it's a good one. Wearing two caps today is our Director of Research, Dr. S.O. Babalola, who is also going to be the chairman of this presentation. And our citation reader today is Mr. Adebi Okpeyemi. And to be the rapporteur today is Ms. Mustafa Balkis. And the homology day of today, and I quickly want to say that if for those that are new school here, if you've been hearing OT, it is OT that is presenting today. So the presenter of today is Dr. Ademoyego OT Olufemi. Okay. Please. And to read the citation, I'll call on Mr. Adebi Okpeyemi.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Allow me to say, let me stand on the existing protocol, because I'm actually standing. You're welcome. All right, it does me a great honor to be reading citation for Dr. Olufemi Temitope Ademoyegu. Dr. Olufemi Temitope, please sir, can I have you beside me here? Please let's put our hands together. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Dr. Olufemi Temitope Ademoyegu is a highly accomplished food and environmental chemist, public analyst, laboratory and quality system specialist, whose career reflects an exceptional blend of scientific excellence, institutional leadership, community impact, and national service. His professional journey demonstrates unwavering dedication to advancing food security, environmental health, analytical science, and research development in Nigeria and beyond. Dr. Ademoyegu had his first which means he was born on August 11, 1974, and distinguished himself as a leading figure within the scientific and research ecosystem of Nigeria. He obtained his Bachelor's of Science in Industrial Chemistry from the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria in 1998. Driven by a passion for analytical research, he proceeded to earn his master's degree in analytical chemistry from the University of Ibadan in 2008. His academic pursuit culminated in a Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry from the prestigious University of Fort Hare, Eastern Cape, South Africa in 2027. An exceptional milestone that reinforced his scientific grounding and broadened his global research exposure. His career spanning over 2 decades, Dr. Ademoye has demonstrated consistent excellence at the National Horticultural Research Institute, NIHOT, Ibadan, Nigeria. He currently serves as Assistant Director, having risen through the ranks from Research Officer 2 in 2005, Research Officer 1 in 2008, Senior Research Officer in 2011, Principal Research Officer in 2014, and Chief Research Officer in 2018. His progressive elevation is a testament to his diligence, merit, integrity, and strategic contribution to the Institute. Dr. Ademoye's professional expertise centered on food and environmental chemistry, with extensive engagement in the analytical, biochemical, chemical, nutritional, physical, and toxicological assessment of food and food ingredients. He has made notable contribution to environmental monitoring, water quality evaluation, and food safety system in Nigeria. As a public analyst and quality system specialist, he has led various laboratory transforming initiatives, driving capacity development, research enhancement, and laboratory accreditation standards within his institution. A prolific academic and researcher, Dr. Ademoye has authored over 60 peer-reviewed publications and scientific conference papers, enriching scientific literature in food chemistry, environmental analysis, horticultural science, and public health. His works continue to inform research policies and best practices within the scientific community. His leadership extends beyond research into institutional administration and national service. He currently holds strategic position at NIHOT, and these posts include Head, Laboratory, Coordination, and Member, NIHOT Institute Tender Board. Dr. Ademoye has chaired high-impact committees, including the Committee for the Creation and Development of the Central Laboratory at National Horticultural Research Institute, NIHOT, and also Advisory Committee on Establishing Service Analytical Laboratories, initiatives that have significantly strengthened research infrastructures and laboratory services delivery in Nigeria. Presently, is the chairman of the Academic Staff Union of Research Institute, NIHOT branch, and is currently chairman of the Asuri NIHOT branch. Beyond institutional leadership, he has deeply engaged in professional scientific bodies. He is a respected member of the Institute of Public Analysts of Nigeria, IPAN, Horticultural Society of Nigeria, HOTSIN, Institute of Chartered Chemists of Nigeria, ICON, and the Water Institute of South Africa, WISA. His affiliation also extends to international bodies such as the African Nutritional Society, ANS, and the South African Chemical Institute, SACI, demonstrating his active footprint in both national and global scientific network. Please, let's put our hands together. Okay. His impact in community service is commendable. He has led and participated in several humanitarian and community-based projects, including pesticide safety awareness campaigns, capacity building on post-harvest tomato loss reduction, and early childhood nutrition outreach programs, positively affecting rural and urban communities across Oyo State. and also past chairman of Central Zone of Landlord and Tenant Association, Ifesuwapo Community, Oba Ido, Ologun Ibadan. Dr. Ademoye has also benefited from prestigious international training, including the post-harvest handling of fresh fruits and vegetable program at Volcanic Center, Tel Aviv, Israel, and the Food Risk Analysis and Regulatory Excellence Program at the University of Laval, Quebec, Canada, further strengthening his global competence in food safety and regulatory system. Also attended the Wageningen University and Research in Netherlands, involved in food waste reduction. He is a man of strong professional ethics, community engagement. He has led numerous capacity building and outreach programs aimed at promoting safe food handling, minimizing post-harvest losses, and improving environmental health awareness. Finally, beyond his professional achievements, Dr. Ademoye Oti is a devoted family man who is happily married to Mrs. Bukola Ademoye, and their union is blessed with children. His value of humility, service, faith, and excellence are mirrored in both his personal and professional life. I hereby present to you here the one and only man with OT, Dr. Ademoye Oluwafemi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary. Thank you very much. That was a good one. And when the citation reading was ongoing, when you said, you mentioned something like ants. I said yes, Oga is ants. When I now heard Shaki, I thought you were talking about my mom. Because my mom is Shaki, so I was like, how did you get to know that? So, permit me to, ideally, we're supposed to bring the chairman or the chairperson of today's seminar to sit beside the executive director. Madam, please, can you just... yes, it was a mistake. Okay, your answer. So next to okay. So next we're going to have the chairman's remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've been listening to the presenters. You will see that it's well loaded. So we're going to listen to someone who has not only been within the institute, but outside and immediate environment. But let me ask the chairman of chairmen, it is sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a comment before we go on?
I think you are the chairperson. So I'm here as an active member of the institute, and that's why I traveled out for my chairman. So I'm also to listen, and I've seen the topic is how, and most especially the nutrition part. I think 2 weeks ago I was in Lagos at Dangote Foundation, and that's the basis of what I'm doing. Chairperson, who is the chairperson to the ED today, please right up.
Thank you very much. Food, they say, is one of the most important for human existence. But not just food, but food that is also medicinal. That's why this seminar is quite significant. So we're going to be listening to the presenter today, and I hope we will all enjoy it.
Good morning, my ED. Good morning, the IMC seated. Good morning, all HOP, HOU, and good morning, my fellow staff. I welcome you to this presentation. I want to take ourselves to some of it, let's say, a kind of teaching that may open our eyes, and not only that, some of the things I've done and I've done in collaboration with people that are seated here are some of the things we want to present this morning. And let me just start by telling us that the title was a big change. The title we brought out was Horticultural Crop, the Antioxidant and its nutraceutic property. But to God be the glory that all my mamas, we come together on Tuesday, which I did my presentation to them, and we come to this title. And the title I'm going to present us this morning is Horticultural Crop and their nutraceutic property. My name is Ademoyegun Oluwafemi Temitope. Yes, by way of introduction, what is horticultural crop? Horticultural crops are just plants that are, we can say, they are fruit, they are vegetables, they are also spices. And sometimes these things we are talking about, horticultural crop, they are food and they are also medicine, which our forefathers have been used to. And sometimes they are used as a beautification of our environment. When we are talking about horticultural crop, it has a lot of economic impact. And when we are talking of the economic impact, it has a wide range in industry as raw materials. And when all these raw materials in processing industry are taken from horticultural crops, let me give you an example of anthocyanin, which is a kind of food colorant that you can use in food industry. Therefore, horticultural crop has a lot of trade, international trade benefit, and also it creates a lot of job. And when we are talking of creation of job, from the seed production, it has a wide range of people in that field. Well, when we talk of the production aspect, people are into production of horticultural crop worldwide. And then the aspect of the marketing is also a very large aspect. Therefore, it has a lot of value chain for creation of jobs. And then horticultural crops are very rich in nutrients, active components, which make them to be make them to have that medicinal property, and then also preventing some kind of diseases, which we are going to really deal with. And then epidemiological study have indicated a relationship between the consumption of fruit and vegetable in alleviating some kind of uncommunicated diseases like cancer, high blood pressure, and heart diseases. What is really an antioxidant? But before we go to what really is an antioxidant, we want to look at the opposite of it. When you are moving out the ant, the one that remains is the oxidant, so that we can have a better understanding of what we are trying to explain this morning. An oxidant is just a kind of substance, you know, or molecule or atom that, you know, accepts an electron, and by the time it accepts an electron, it becomes stable. That is in the chemistry language. But the most harmful part of the oxidant is that they are highly reactive, very highly reactive, and because of that, these substances, if left in the system of our body, it's going to cause what we call damage to the cell in our body. It causes damage to the cell in our body, and we can also call it a free radical. And another thing is that when it builds up, they are harmful to the cell tissue, and they speed up what we call aging, and sometimes contributing to diseases. And then the opposite of it is that the antioxidant. And now when we are now looking at antioxidant, because we find out that in fruit and vegetable, there are a lot of antioxidant in it. I'm trying to explain so that we can have a better understanding of what I'm trying to explain. Now what we mean by antioxidant is just a substance that protects the body from cell damage. That's what an antioxidant is. It protects the body protect the cell from damage that can be caused by the free radical. And it also acts as a body defender. It defends the body, you know, so that it protects the body from any kind of oxidation and that may cause by oxidant. And then the last one we can say is that it also protects, you know, the cell to be healthy and then reduce the risk of diseases. Let me just put it in a tabular form: oxidant, antioxidant. In a tabular form, oxidant, antioxidant. When we are talking about oxidant, it means it damages the cell. When we are talking about antioxidant, it means it protects the cell. When we are talking about oxidant, it means it's harmful to the cell. And when we are talking about antioxidant, it protects or prevents any cell damage. Now, in just a very simple explanation, let's use metal as an example. Metal as an example. By the time you look at the metal, it gets rusted. It means that oxidation has taken place. It gets rusted. Now, by the time you are applying oil upon that metal, you know, it takes away that rust off from it, and that is what an antioxidant is. Just for our explanation, our layman explanation. And then people begin to worry, all these things really happen? Yes. Let me just explain to us that a normal body that is alive, by the time you take your food, you breathe in, you digest, there's always a generation of oxidant, free radical, that are generated in your body system. And by the time these free radicals are generated in your body system, it becomes built up, it's going to cause damage to your cell. And by the time it causes damage, that's why we have all these degenerating diseases that we are talking about. Cancer, effect of the heart disease, poor vision, so many of them like that. But the aspect is that our fruit and vegetable, which is the horticultural crop, are very good, powerful antioxidants that mop up all these free radicals in our body system so that it prevents us having diseases. Now, just a pictorial demonstration of how it looks like. We have said that a free radical is very, very unstable. Very, very unstable. By the time you look at that outermost shell of that free radical, it has an electron that is not here, and therefore what an oxidant need to do is to transfer an electron to that free radical. By the time it transfer it to it make it now stable, and by the time it gets stable, it becomes a stable radical, which is no more going to attack any body cell or body tissue. Because by the time you see somebody having tumor growth, it's as a result of a lot of build-up of free radical in the body system. And then, like just some of the facts that we have mentioned, they are highly reactive, highly unstable. That's why they attack the body cell. And that, by the time they attack the body cell, what is going to cause is that it's going to cause damage to the body cell. And the lipid, the membrane, the protein, and the DNA. You know, the DNA is the protein inside the cell. And therefore, by the time it affects the protein inside the cell, ability to reproduce himself in a normal condition will not come again, and it becomes distorting the protein. That is what we call mutation. You know, it's going to cause mutation, and then by the time it causes mutation, instead of the cell, because normally for body system, cell will build up, and over the years, some they will die and another one will grow up. But by the time it causes that mutation, you will see something keep on growing, and this is what we call tumor. And generating oxidative stress, known to quicken aging process. You know, it's aging process, and therefore one of the things when you see somebody that is, you know, looking good, is as a result of eating well. That is the truth about it. When you see somebody looking good, is as a result of what? Eating well. And this is what we want to look at this morning too. You know, while increasing the risk of cancer and all we mentioned. And these are some of my scientists that have published, Mustafa et al., Raphael et al. They have some of these in their publications. Now, radicals are produced as part of a normal body metabolism, which I've also explained to us, so that because of our time, I don't want to stay too long. And let me also have to hit that it's not just only a normal body metabolism. Sometimes, as a result of environmental effect, it can also generate more in your system. It generates more. When you have where there's pesticide, you are not well protected. Where you have people that engage in smoking, it increases this free radical in the body. People that take a lot of alcohol, you know, it increases these free radicals in the body. Now, I've explained antioxidant to us too as a substance that, you know, delay or mop up free radical. And the health benefit is that it mitigates against health posed by free radical. Now, sources of antioxidant. When we are talking about antioxidant, sources are natural. And some of the natural ones are the one that NIHOP is producing. Can you see that? Fruit, vegetable, spices. These are, some of these are powerful things that we are producing. And then also, antioxidant can also be produced artificially and then consumed as a supplement. People that take a lot of supplement, you see some people, you see some supplement just put in there, beta carotene supplement, lycopene supplement. These are just pack of food that are taken as a supplement, and the main purpose is just to mop up the free radical that is in the body, and so that the person can be more healthy. And then we have so many other artificial antioxidants, but I don't want us to go much into that aspect. Now, when we are talking about these antioxidants, there are probably in the fruit and vegetable spices grouped into two. There are some that are more of, I would call, the nutraceutic aspect. That is the vitamin C, the vitamin E, the vitamin A, and the beta carotene. And we also have some that are also the phytochemical, like the polyphenols, like the flavonoids. All these are all antioxidants. For the vitamin A, we all know that it's good for the high side. That's why they encourage the fortified food with vitamin A, just because to increase the eyesight. And also vitamin C is a water-soluble antioxidant. And then when you look at our internal body, internal organ, majority of the internal organ consists of 70% water, and therefore this vitamin C, it go into the internal organ to mop up any free radical that may be there. And then vitamin E is lipid oxidant, and it mop up any kind of lipid oxidation. And when we are talking of lipid oxidation, let me just put in a very simple way for all. That is when oxygen reacting to the lipid, to oil, and by the time it reacts to the oil, it gets rancid. By the time it gets rancid, it produces bad odor, and because of that bad odor, normal things that happen when you keep an oil in the room, I mean in your kitchen, after a while you get rancid, is as a result of the oxygen that has taken effect on it. And same thing happens in our body system. For vitamin C, help to mop such radical. And then beta carotene is also a precursor of vitamin A. Now, this is a paper done that we published in Taylor & Francis in 2013. And let me just explain, out of when we started, I remember Dr. Akinduru just gave me 25 vegetables, 25. He said I should go ahead and do the antioxidant, do the flavonol, do the phenolic, and see what we can come out of it. And this is called out from the publication of that 25 vegetables. But among the 25 vegetables, I just pick out the best five for us to see. The best five for us to see. And the first one is what we call sesame leaf. Yoruba used to call it a gogoro. And what amazed me most is that I've not heard of it, I've not eaten it, I've not ate it at all. And I realized that from the in vitro study, it shows to have a very high level of the DPPH is representing an antioxidant there, and then the phenolic content of that plant. Very high, very high. And by the time I will finish the analysis, out of curiosity, I began to ask people, what is this egogogoro? I too want to eat it so that it can benefit me as a person too. And from the story I had in all this Ibarapa area, they used to take it a lot. They used to take it a lot instead of doing vegetable. This is what they take there. And thank God the executive director is here. Maybe he can dispute me or not. Then Dr. Elin, our present commissioner, told me, I met actually, I said, what is this? He said, in Ilorin, they used to call it what don't know. What makes it so special? What you don't know. He said, because the advantage is that when they take it, they realize that they will sleep very, very well. When it relaxes your nerves, it relaxes the nerves, you sleep well. By the time you wake up in the morning, you go to your toilet with ease. With ease. And you know, that is one of the advantages. And when I saw it and I began to, okay, if that is what happened, what is the secret behind it? And therefore, the bioactive component of this sesame leaf is called sesamum. And then from the literature, it shows that it is very good for relaxing of the nerves. It relaxes the nerves. Not only that, it also helps the bile to get restricted. It restricts bile better. And when the bile is restricting better, it means that everything that has to do with detoxification in your body is taking place. You know, that's one of the advantages of it. And the second one, you know, is 5 in number. We just cut out from that paper. The second one is our common fruited pumpkin. And the fruited pumpkin, from everybody we're able to understand that is rich, is good, is rich in antioxidants, where it's also rich in iron. That is why people that have anemia used to take it. It's very rich in iron, and it's also a very good source of beta-carotene. And then the third one is what we call the white lettuce. The white lettuce. And this white lettuce is also a very good vegetable. Personally, I've not been taking it before, but when I did the analysis, I made inquiry on it, and I realized that it is commonly eaten in Ogbomoso, and from the nutraceutical property that it has, is good for diuretic, that is, ability to make sure that every impurity or toxin get out of the body, the person begin to peace with ease very well. And therefore, sometimes when you look at people that want to maintain good kidney health, the root of it can be cooked and drink. It detoxifies every salt and toxin in the body system. And then this other one is ebolo, and then usually called this is wrongly put, and we realize that dandelion and white lettuce are the same. The name for it is called fruit egg. Fruit egg, that is the name for it. The thick egg, they call it thick egg, that's the name for it. And then it helps in body metabolism, it helps normalize liver enzyme, it also increases insulin activity and also glucose metabolism. And the last one is our for that is Solanium macropaco. Yeah, that is Igba. These are the best of all the 25 vegetables we work on. And just for us to know that most of these vegetables that are indigenous to us has a lot of bioactive components which mop up free radicals in your body and make you to be healthy. These are just the pictorial illustrations of most of the vegetables we mentioned. And then we want to look at this one. This work was done by Owolade and Raphael et al. I was in the one initiate with that. Let's look at Roselle. What is the active component? I mean, we already know that the bioactive component in Roselle is anthocyanin, and a lot of information we gathered was that people are taking it from Nigeria outside the world. And by the time they take it outside the world, what are they using it for? And from the literature we find out is that this Roselle, which contain anthocyanin, is good for high blood pressure. And the way it works is this: it has what we call angiotensin converting enzyme. That angiotensin converting enzyme usually is 1. By the time the Roselle, it gets converted to 2. That angiotensin enzyme is a protein substance, and then by the time it gets into the system, when it is 1, it's thickening the blood vessel, which results in blood pressure. But by the time this Roselle you take, this anthocyanin that is there, what it does is that it ensures that enzyme that produce this thickness of the blood pressure was inhibited. By the time it gets inhibited, the blood vessel relax. By the time it relax, therefore there will be also lower in blood pressure. And therefore, by the time you get lower in blood pressure, people can sleep well and relax the blood pressure. And then you find out that sometimes for people that has a lot of issue with kidney, maybe when they are in stage 3, stage 4, they have what we call, they tell them to take ACE. It's a capsule. And this is a form of ACE. That is, the function of it is what this Roselle is doing, and therefore this is what we call out from our research that we did. One was in Ethiopian journal, Egyptian journal. The other one was in one of another international journal. Then just because of our time, the time is fast spending. When we are taking it, it's better not to take it with additives. Now, these are some of the work we worked on. Tassine is also a very powerful leaf, a spices that we also enjoy taking. And the bioactive component there is flavonol, which is also a very good antimicrobial, and it's also very good anti-inflammatory property. We have the mint, and which is also, mint is something that is good when you are taking in this form. You get the mint inside the water, add a little lemon into it, let the bioactive component bruise into the water, and maybe in the night or early morning, just take it. It's very good. And then this other one, which is called tetrapura tetraterra. Yes, I done. This work was done by my dear director here, Dr. Akindu. I remember when we started like that just to make sure we come up with something. And then this tetrapura tetraterra, from some of the findings we got here, is that is very, very used in most of our homes, especially in the East. And one of the advantages is that it caps the body system. And especially in the East, what we call something is what I'm trying to explain is that somebody that gives birth, and after giving birth, within 6 to 8 weeks, and then what they used to do is that you cut it, put inside yam as a yam pepper soup, and then the bioactive ingredient is going inside it, and the advantage is that it clears the womb. It clears the womb so that the womb can prepare for another womb. Jokingly, I just look at it, and maybe that's why, sorry to say for the Igbos here, maybe that's why they give birth to a lot of children. Maybe that's one of the secrets, because they prepare the womb for another one. Yes, that was, what we got from I know that's what we got from me. That's from Dr. Akindu, a talk in 2011, and it was published in Taylor and Francis. That paper is in medicinal plant, something like that. Yes, that's what I caught out from that. Now, the other one we also did is on citrus, and the most common active component we find out in citrus is the vitamin C, which I mentioned before is a water-soluble antioxidant, and also very rich in fiber. We also have pawpaw, and then pawpaw is also a source of vitamin C, which enhances your good skin. And the mango, we call it king of fruit because it's very sweet. Not only very sweet, it has a lot of H potential. Beta carotene is very rich in beta carotene. These are just pictures of we all know it, and a lot of what was done on tomato from Ademoye Eto, Ibitoye Eto, on the lycopene content, which is the red pigment of it, is the red pigment, is the one that what we call the lycopene. And then the nutraceutic property of that lycopene, number one, good for men for phosphate reduction, so that it's good for men to take it. People that over 50 is good to take raw tomato. And the last time we presented here, one mama from the Lagos was telling us it's better in the organic form. Therefore, let's try and get the tomato, the lycopene content. Not only that, it's also very good as a form of alleviating any metabolic disease that we mentioned so far that may occur in your internal organ. It's very good with that. And the same thing, let me just take us to the picture. The same thing with the watermelon. Watermelon and tomato, the red pigment is the result of the lycopene content that they have. And it works by reducing the oxidative stress, inflammation, cellular damage, of all which can key factor in development of all these diseases that we mentioned. These are just the pictures of it. And let me just add to it that tips on minimizing oxidative stress. Oxidative stress can be explained as imbalance between production of free radicals and antioxidant mechanism. By the time there are a lot of more of free radicals generated in the body, and therefore it builds up what we call oxidative stress. And to minimize this oxidative stress is that let's eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. Let's ensure we get ourselves away from anything that has to do with radiation. Let's avoid smoking. Let's avoid, minimize your alcohol, and then take a lot of all these spices in your soup. Add them into your soup, and then let me just by concluding by telling us that horticultural crops play a critical role in promoting human health due to their rich in vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A, beta-carotene, phenolic, and flavonoid. Because the phenolic is an indicator of the antioxidant and the ability to alleviate diseases. That is the indicator of phenolic. All these things play an important role in our health, and therefore their regular consumption contribute to disease prevention, immune support, improve your quality life. They also increase your mental health well-being. And let me by concluding by saying that they serve not just as food, but as a natural nutraceutic agent to maintain optimal health. It's not just a food, but a natural nutraceutic to maintain optimal health. And that is my conclusion. I want to acknowledge, to God be the glory. I want to acknowledge my executive director, who is represented highly seated in our midst, my EDSA, Professor Elmer, for that. Thank you for coming. God bless you, sir. All members of IMC, I appreciate you. God bless you. Then I want to appreciate Dr. Mrs. Babalola. When we came in, is our Oga, and she may be simple, but sometimes a little word from her is what brought me to what I am today. Just, I don't know what to mean by antioxidant, but she's the one that said, you're a chemist, look at this area. And I'm trying to follow that path. Thank you very much, ma'am. These are Dr. Akindo. We have so many publications together. I need to also acknowledge her. Thank you for being here for me. Dr. Ibitoye work on tomato, lycopene, and then she will do the nutritional, she will do the methodological. I know that is how we all go along. And also these are my I was the HOP. All of them have some publications together with me that has to relate with horticultural crops that and their health benefit in all form. We have Raphael, Dr. Mrs. Fashma, Miss Mustafa, who is on important of horticultural crop to mop up sugar in the body system, and publishing Taylor Francis too. Mrs. Onitu, we have one on waste and the waste of horticultural crop and their health benefit. Then Mrs. Olatunji, Mrs. but she's not Mrs. Ahmed, but Miss Ahmed. Miss Ahmed there. But she's not, I know she's got married, but I don't know the name of her name. We have publication together too. And then Mr. Olade on Roselle. We also get that. Also, I want to appreciate my family, who is represented here with my first daughter. Thank you for coming. Yes. Yeah. Baba Guru, God bless you. And there's no way I can live here if I do not mention her. I'm not grateful at all. Yes, my mother, Mama FF Ademoye. I know she worked here before. Before I got here, she has retired, and she has been a true source of strength to all these children. Honestly, to all these children. I appreciate that. God will continue to strengthen her. And then ultimately, no way, God is the giver of life and the giver of grace. I want to take all glory and all honor back to God.